Happy Friday, everyone. Let's close out the week strong. What do you say? Oh, welcome to the Scoreboard, everyone. Hello, how we doing on this Friday? On this Panther preseason Friday. It is basically a national holiday in this area, right? We got the Panthers playing their first preseason game against the Cleveland Browns. They'll be at home later on tonight. Head on over there to the stadium. Check it out. I think it's funny that over the past few years, the Panthers have been such a headline in the preseason because of obviously Bryce Young and his struggles after year one. How would he look in the preseason? This year's completely different. Nobody cares about the Panthers.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but nobody cares about the Panthers right now.
Yeah.
Because it's Shedeur Sanders' first NFL game today.
Yeah.
So that's the storyline.
Yeah.
No, we are old news. We are officially old news.
Yeah.
Even though we're still
relevant.
I'd say irrelevant.
Yeah.
I don't think we're very relevant in the grand scheme of things now. But hey, maybe they go out and win the NFC South this year and become relevant again.
I'm feeling it this year. I think we got it.
Oh boy. Well, anyway, welcome to the Scoreboard. Happy Friday, everyone. We are proudly presented by the Lake Norman Harbor Hippos. Season has ended. No playoffs for the Harbor Hippos, unfortunately, but a very good first year for them. We're going to talk about the NFL today. We're going to talk some NASCAR today, some MLS. What else do you want to talk about, CJ? You have anything that you wanted to bring up?
I don't know. We could just
We're just
gonna ramble for an hour.
We are. Well, I got a little bit of a lineup here on what we're going to be talking about today. So we'll get into that in a second. But first, I do have an announcement to make, CJ. Uh-oh. Oh, this must be important. This must be important. I am officially ending my tenure at WSIC on August 22nd. It will be my last day with WSIC. That is, 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks from today? This week, next week, and the week after.
Yeah.
So including today, we got 3 more episodes of the Scoreboard.
We do.
And then I will be moving away from WSIC.
So where, Canada?
I'm not moving to Canada, but close, basically Canada.
Yeah.
I've taken a new position with a company in Rochester, New York, to be part of their on-air team up there. Yeah. So
we're proud of you, Joe.
Thank you. But officially, August 22nd will be the last episode of the Scoreboard. So sorry to drop that news on you on a Friday. That feels like Monday kind of news.
Yeah, but it's better late than never.
Better late than never. Well, we got this episode, we got next week's episode, and we got one more after that. So we're going to have some fun with the time remaining. Today's episode is not pre-recorded, by the way. We are live. We are here in studio. Oh, man. Oh. I think it's a little early for that. I'm not gone just yet.
Just a little bit.
I wasn't expecting that one. What was I just saying? I don't even remember now. What was I saying?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Something sports related.
Anyway.
You were talking about Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, wait. No, I was saying that we're not pre-recorded.
Oh,
we're live.
Yeah,
we are
we're live.
in studio today. So if you want to call into the program, 844-STUDIO-4. That's 844-788-3464. It's been a while since I read that phone number out to everyone. So call in if you'd like. We're going to get started with the Panthers because I think that's the leading story in this area today. The Carolina Panthers have their first preseason game against the Cleveland Browns. It's home. It's in Bank of America Stadium, and nobody's going to have their eye on the Panthers. It's going to be one of those games where everybody on the Panthers can have the worst game of their career.
And it wouldn't be.
And they're not going to get much scrutiny.
Yeah.
At least nationally. Maybe locally with local newspapers
Twitter
and things like that will be a little bit more towards the Panthers. But as far as the national stage goes, nobody is looking at the Panthers for this. It is all about the Browns.
Shedeur.
It is all about Shedeur Sanders. It is all about the 4 quarterbacks that the Browns have on their roster right now. But the big story, obviously, is Shedeur Sanders.
It is.
He's going to play.
Yeah.
Apparently, he will be playing. I haven't seen if Bryce Young's going to be playing.
Yeah, so I did see that yesterday, I believe it was. They are doing if they capitalize first drive, then they will take him off. But if they don't, they'll do
a second drive.
Two or three series.
There's a little bit different philosophies in the preseason this year. You know, the Bengals said that they're going to play their starters, and they did play their starters for almost the whole first quarter.
Yeah.
I think in this day and age, with less preseason games and a longer season, you need to have your players playing in preseason. It used to be when it was 4 games, it was you would slowly ramp up, and then the third preseason game, the starters would play a half, maybe 3 quarters, and then they would rest the 4th preseason game.
Yeah.
But now with it only being 3 preseason games, I think you got to play your starters.
You just have to do it in every game
so
they get reps.
I saw a stat about the Bengals under their current head coach. In the first 2 weeks of the season over the past 6 years, they're like 1-11 combined or something like that. That's through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you can't go into the regular season without having played in the preseason.
Right.
So hopefully we see the Panthers put a lot of their starters out there throughout the preseason. I mean, you see what happens when you do. Sometimes you can have your quarterback throw 2 touchdowns in the preseason.
Right.
Like Joe Burrow did.
Yeah.
You know, that was
he's throwing dimes.
He looked like he was in midseason form. But you know what? At least he's getting some reps in there.
Right.
Which I personally think is more important than having them sit and watch the preseason games.
Right.
But we got 3 of them going on tonight, all starting at 7 o'clock. And if you can't go to the stadium today, you can actually watch the Panthers preseason game. It is the only nationally televised game tonight. It will be on NFL Network. Yes, it is on NFL Network.
Idea.
I think it'll also be on local channels, local cable
it's
channels.
Always on like local.
Yeah, but if you're a little farther away, then you can at least get it on the NFL Network.
Right.
So kickoff around 7 o'clock on that game. Browns in town visiting the Panthers. We also got Lions, Falcons, and Commanders, Patriots tonight as well. A few good storylines there. We'll see what happens with the Lions after their injury-riddled season last year.
You know who's not in midseason form?
Who would that be?
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson is in
finger
midseason
again.
form because he is once again getting injured.
Yeah,
that is midseason form for him.
Yeah, that's just
he is hurt.
I don't
dislocated pinky finger.
I just don't know what to say at this point. He's
don't
always
either.
hurt.
He is always hurt. You know who got to play, right? Danny Dimes,
Oh,
baby.
yeah. Oh,
Danny
yeah.
Dimes, New York Giants legend. Well, maybe not legend.
Yeah, did he play? How much did he play? I didn't even see.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after the break. We're going to go to our first break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back right after this.
More of Sports Director Joe Berg's The Scoreboard is coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, what do you say we really dry things out and get a little warmer? Get back to feeling more like August as we get into the upcoming weekend. Finally, some sunshine peeking out with just a few clouds around for our Friday. We'll call it partly sunny. Temperatures get back into the low 80s for the afternoon. Just a low chance of an isolated shower or storm. Our weekend, mainly dry too. We'll get back into the mid and upper 80s for our Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Get ready, Lake Norman. The Green Jeans Fall Sale is back. 1 week only, September 9th through the 14th. Over 50,000 brand name bargains under one roof. Clothes, shoes, accessories for every age, size, and budget. It's big. It's local. It's once a year. Don't miss it. greenjeansale.com.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville presents live music on Saturday night with a performance by My Better Half. The husband and wife duo brings energy and chemistry to the stage while their music spans a wide range of genres and eras. Call 704-872-9990 for more information on the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill tea times, and the My Better Half show on Saturday night, all at the 500 Club. Kick back, relax, and enjoy movie night in the plaza at Birkdale Village in Huntersville with Lights, Camera, Birkdale. Film Classics take over their jumbo screen on Saturday with a showing of Madagascar at 7:30 p.m. Want dinner during the movie? Contact Concierge by 4 p.m. on Saturday to place your phone order and then pick up at the Concierge booth. Lights, Camera, Birkdale presents Madagascar on Saturday night. See the top riders from the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship as they compete on a custom-built course at ZMAX Dragway. The playoff opener features a two-moto format for the 450cc class and 250cc class, promising plenty of drama and excitement from the moment the gates drop. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets, a track map, and information on other 2025 events. Looking for fashion that fits your style and your budget? Green Jeans Consignment is back September 9th through 14th at 601 Milestone Venue in Concord. Shop, consign, or both. Get all the details at greenjeansale.com. Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo and kitties too. Looking for 5-star care for your 4-legged friend? At Dry Pond Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, we treat pets like royalty. Grooming, boarding, expert vet care. Why settle? Visit drypondanimal.com because your pets deserve the best.
Joe Berg back up to bat. We're back with more of the Scoreboard presented by the Lake Norman Harbor Hippos on WSIC. Local starts here.
Oh my goodness, golly gracious. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Second segment here on the Scoreboard. We were talking about the Panthers, their preseason game coming up later on tonight. What am I looking for tonight with the Panthers preseason game? To be honest with you, not much. I kind of want to see who they throw out there. And
Jack Plummer.
Yeah, I want to see Jack Plummer get out there. I'd love to see McMillan out there, at least get a few reps, see how he looks on the outside.
Yep.
I thought it was a great draft pick by the Panthers this year, getting him in the first round with their first pick.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd like to see how he performs. He's going to be a big target for Bryce Young this year. And you know what? They needed some weapons. I'd been saying it all season. They really can't go wrong with the draft.
Yeah.
Unless they would have taken a quarterback. Then I would have just thrown my hands up in the air and said, I have no idea what this team's doing. But they didn't do that. They were smart.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So we got preseason game number 1, Panthers-Browns tonight.
So we got.
What do we got?
I think I was just looking over the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings here.
Let's see it. Let's hear it.
And I'm assuming most of these people will end up getting cut. I've just never heard of them before. Like Amani Bailey, a running back.
Oh, yeah.
Kyron Lynch Adams.
All right.
Yeah, I would be glad to see the defense do at least 2 drives just to see if we're back in form. Because offense necessarily wasn't the problem. It's just been, I mean, they both were a little bit of a problem, but I feel like the defense was the biggest problem. But like, I'm excited to see Rico Dow from who we got from Dallas, the running back.
Absolutely.
That will be pretty cool to see in Canales' system. I
Yeah.
feel like he'll explode when he gets.
You know, one interesting thing about this roster that I noticed is I believe there are 4 players on the roster that are 30 years old or older.
Yeah.
That's it. Only 4. So they got a young team here. And this is what preseason's for. Let the young guys get out there, figure it out. The game speed is much different than college.
Right.
I'm sure, obviously, the rookies have to find that out, but the guys with 1, 2, 3 years experience,
Yeah.
they now know that. Really, it's the same formula as last year. I can't sit here and say, okay, we have to make the playoffs this year because we weren't really close to that last year.
Right.
You know, we had a good game where we almost knocked off the Chiefs. That's awesome. The second half of the year looked so much better than the first half, especially after they put Bryce Young on the bench for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think to this year, it's just more improvement.
Yeah.
You know, let's compete for the NFC South, because the NFC South, say it with me, is
Garbage.
terrible. Okay, you said garbage. I said terrible. Same thing.
Yeah.
So it's a winnable division.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd like to see them compete and be in the race at least with 3-4 games to go in the season.
Right.
I think that's kind of where we need to be come December, is still in the race. But we got a long way to go before that. We got to get to the beginning of the season. So we open up with 2 games on the road, by the way.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've done my Panthers preseason show yet. I haven't.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Next week,
Yeah.
I will have, we will go game by game.
Game by game.
And
Yeah.
we will have a predicted record for the Carolina Panthers. I think I was 1 game off last year.
Yeah.
I think I was only 1 or 2 games off last year. And I said they were going to start the season awful. They started the season awful. And I said there was a chance they could turn it around in the second half. And they did turn it around in the second half. So,
Right.
you know, you got at least me. I'm pulling up my predictions right now.
Yeah.
I said the Panthers last year were going to go 6-11.
Okay. They were what, 4-13? Something like that.
I think we were right
I'll look.
around there.
I'll look.
Yeah. Pull it up for me, because I didn't have it in front of me. I just kind of grabbed that as we were chatting. So I had them at 6-11 last year. I had the Bengals winning the Super Bowl. That was a miss.
Let's see. NFC. Yeah, we were 5-12.
I was 1 game off. Man.
Yeah, but also if you look at it, 5 wins for that team, like that's,
and you know, most of those wins,
we could have had more.
they definitely could have had more.
Right.
It was, losing to the Chiefs the way they did was tough. It was
Right.
tough because
That
they
was
were in
tough.
that game, and that would have been a real statement win. Like, hey, we're actually not the worst team in the NFL.
Right.
Which record-wise they weren't, but I don't care what your record says,
Right.
honestly. When you're 5 wins or less, all of those teams could have won a game or 2 here and there,
Right.
or lost another game here or 2 there. So I don't worry about that too much, but I just don't want us to see 5-6 wins again. I think we need 8-9 wins, somewhere around 500.
Yeah.
I think that's what it got to be.
I think the predictions around here, I had 10-7.
Oh,
Patrick had 8-9.
that's more like it.
Bill has 17-0. If you thought mine was bad.
That's, you know what? I might have to jump on the bandwagon there.
Let's see.
Well, look, here's the deal: is they could get off to a really good start this year.
Yeah.
Opposite of last year, they start the season. Listen to the schedule for the Panthers to start the year this year: Jacksonville, Arizona, Atlanta, New England, Miami, Dallas, and the Jets.
That's definitely
They could win 5 of those games.
I was gonna say that's definitely a winnable.
I could see them going 5-2 in those first 7 games, but I could also see them going 2-5. Like it's really up in the air. But then after that, we got a little bit of a stretch here. We got Buffalo and Green Bay. Then back to some easy games with New Orleans and Atlanta. New Orleans might be the worst. It's either going to be the Saints or the Giants for the worst team in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
So the Saints, we should sweep them.
Yeah.
And then San Francisco, LA, that's a couple of tough ones there. Tampa, Seattle, Tampa to end the season. That's a tough way to end the season. But you know what? The schedule is favorable, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely we definitely could make a push in this
You know,
division.
Comparing the schedule to last year, where they played the Chargers, the Bengals, they played Denver, they played the Chiefs, the Eagles, they played everybody.
That was like the most out of pocket schedule. Like we played our division, but we played like teams that we had never.
You want to talk about an out of pocket schedule and something that is completely undeserved.
the Giants?
The New York Giants schedule. Have you looked at their schedule?
I have not, but I'm
Oh
about to.
my goodness. Okay, let's real quick talk about, because I know
All right.
it's the Giants. Who
So,
cares, right?
Commanders.
Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, and then the Saints, which is nice. Eagles, Broncos, Eagles,
Dude.
Niners, Bears, Packers, Lions, Patriots, Commanders, Vikings, Raiders, Cowboys.
I think
That is the
NFL
hardest schedule in the NFL.
The NFL front office does not like the Giants.
I don't know.
They sabotage them. So they gave them the Bills in the preseason, which
That's
that'll be
who
okay.
cares about
They might
preseason?
not
Let 'em-
play Josh Allen. or
They're
the starters.
definitely not. Look, the Bills are not going to play Josh Allen.
But you guys got week 1. You've got the Commanders coming off that legendary run with Jaden Daniels.
I know.
You
I
got
know.
the Cowboys,
Who are not going to
2.
be good this year.
Right.
Okay, everybody needs to calm down with the Cowboys.
Yes.
A lot of conversation around them with Micah Parsons, what's
Yeah.
going on. Even if they sign Micah Parsons, it's like a 500 team. Like there's nothing
Parsons is a
exciting.
Carolina boy. He wants to come home. He knows he does.
Then they play the Chiefs.
Yeah,
They play the Chargers,
but hold on. Here's my thing.
Eagles, Broncos, Eagles. Like that's a stretch.
Why would they put Giants Chiefs as a Sunday night game? Because it's Kansas City
I
and it's at home for the Giants.
I know. Look, when you look at the strength of schedule,
Yeah.
the Giants, their opponent's record last year combined was 166 wins and 123 losses. That is the hardest schedule
Yeah.
in the. You know who has the easiest? The
Probably-
49ers.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, they were bad last year. Like you would think they'd be good, but they were pretty bad.
Panthers schedule is 27th easiest. Or should I say 27th hardest, 5th easiest.
Okay.
So they do have an easy schedule, which we just went through.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting a little off topic here. So the Panthers tonight, 7:00 against the Browns.
Or should we just say against Shador Sanders?
Against
Because-
Shador Sanders, because that's all that anybody's going to be talking about. So it is against Shador Sanders. Praise be. Shador's the guy. You know, he could start for that team this year. He very well could.
I have a feeling he's going to be their new quarterback one, just with the whole Deshaun Watson thing. I think.
Well, Watson's not going to play this year.
Yeah,
And they brought in, oh boy, I forget his name.
that's right.
They drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Or was
Let
it
me
the
look. No,
Oregon quarterback?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
Ah, man, I'm drawing a blank. See, I don't have it in front of me, so I don't.
Yeah, they definitely. Let's see, Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round.
There, yeah, Dylan
and
Gabriel
Shador in the 5th.
is who they brought. And I think they still have Joe Flacco on that roster as
Dude,
well.
they have. They got Gabriel, Shador, Joe Flacco,
All right.
Kenny Pickett,
Oh, yes, Kenny Pickett, the
And-
fake slide,
and
man.
Tyler Huntley.
Oh, my. They have 5 quarterbacks?
They have 5.
I thought they
Well,
had 4.
They cut someone. This doesn't say who they.
They
cut.
probably cut Huntley.
They just signed him. That's new.
That's new?
That's new as of like 2 days ago. Yeah.
5 quarterbacks. What are they going to do
And
with
Kenny
5
Pickett is
quarterbacks?
still there, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but
We're not worried about the
Yeah.
Browns. They're the Browns, and they will continue to be the Browns.
they're on their own island over there.
Absolutely. You know what else people are going to be talking about this year?
What's that?
Those Tar Heels.
They
New
might-
head coach.
Yeah.
Ooh. I want to know, does he have better clothing now that his girlfriend's going to be dressing him? That's my question. I'll let you ponder that while we go to commercial break. We'll be right back here on the Scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this.
More of Sports Director Joe Berg's The Scoreboard is coming up on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Well, what do you say we really dry things out and get a little warmer? Get back to feeling more like August as we get into the upcoming weekend. Finally, some sunshine peeking out with just a few clouds around for our Friday. We'll call it partly sunny. Temperatures get back into the low 80s for the afternoon. Just a low chance of an isolated shower or storm. Our weekend, mainly dry too. We'll get back into the mid and upper 80s for our Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Have you taken the Desco Challenge? Desco is where the professional goes for electrical supplies.
My name is Ashley. I just redid the lighting in my home, and the customer experience at Desco was second to none.
See for yourself at DescoInc.com.
Yeehaw for rodeo season at Harrison's, the home of work, western, and wow. Whether you compete or cheer from the stands, Harrison has the looks to help you wow the crowd. Get western classics and the latest styles from Harriet, Cinch, Rock and Roll Denim, and Wrangler. Find us in Mooresville.
I'll be honest. I wanted to be a diva. Why feel guilty? Let me help you be a diva for a few hours a week. Yes, I'm Andrea, owner of Spotless Cleaning. Our guarantee? It is very special. If you're unhappy, we'll do it again. Still unhappy? Your fee is donated to a charity of your choice. The Docinho de Coco guarantee. To honor my grandparents, who taught me both a spotless house and time to live life big are important. Spotless Cleaning and Seed.com.
Harness the healing power of horses. With the amazing staff at Willow Equine in Mooresville, we create a supportive environment conducive to healing and growth, dedicated to self-discovery and overcoming adversity. There's a program for you at willowequine.com.
This summer, give your child the edge at Huntington Learning Center in Huntersville. Our K-8 summer program builds skills, confidence, and motivation. Get $600 off for 30 hours and $900 off for 45. Spots are limited. Also offering military test prep. Visit huntingtonhelps.com.
Hi, this is Joshua Dobie. Join me Thursdays at 4 p.m. for Dollars and Cents, a show that focuses on your personal financial journey and the markets around us. That's Dollars and Cents, Thursday afternoons at 4, here on WSIC.
Let's talk about tomorrow for a minute. Chances are, someday, you're going to want to retire. And even though you'll stop working, you'll never want to stop achieving. You'll want to explore new ventures when you retire. You'll want to see and experience new things because you'll finally have the time to do it. But to get there, you'll need a financial strategy. Eileen Stoner at Morgan Stanley can help. Eileen is a financial advisor, and she has more than 28 years of experience. Eileen can help you create a strategy based on how you want to live now and once you retire. She'll work with you and your attorney toward your goals like estate planning and leaving a legacy. And the great thing is, she's right here in Lake Norman. To make an appointment with Eileen, call 704-896-9138. That's 704-896-9138. Meet with Eileen today to talk about your future. Because when you stop working, your retirement income is going to have to work for you. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, Morgan Stanley. Its affiliates and Morgan Stanley Financial Advisors do not provide tax or legal advice. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Babe, dinner's ready.
Ladies.
Babe, dinner's ready.
Ever feel like your husband just isn't listening?
Dinner's ready.
Maybe he just can't hear.
Babe.
It's time to turn up the volume on life. Beltone in Mooresville and Cornelius can help with a free hearing test and expert solutions tailored for you. Call 877-HEAR-123 today. That's 877-HEAR-123. Don't wait. Call 877-432-7123 and bring back the sound of love.
Nothing but the best talk.
The area's best talk.
WSIC.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Neighborhood social network operator Nextdoor is showing 12% of its workers the door, cutting jobs to cut costs. Nextdoor has struggled as a business for years, losing more than $15 million and seeing its number of active users drop in the latest quarter. It's trying to revamp operations through increasing AI dependence and partnerships, including with local news organizations whose story links have started appearing on its pages. For social network Pinterest, user growth has been slowing, and in the U.S., it's basically stopped growing. Earnings for last quarter came in below forecast, prospects challenged by weakness in what it charges for advertising. The House won again last quarter for the owner of FanDuel. Flutter Entertainment beat earnings projections, and it's raising its full-year forecast as the collective American appetite to bet on sports keeps pushing ahead. Stock indexes higher. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500 each gaining about 0.5%. NASDAQ and S&P in record territory. Andrew O'Day, Bloomberg Radio.
The best talk all day long.
WSIC.
Local starts here.
Joe Berg back up to bat. We're back with more of The Scoreboard, presented by the Lake Norman Harbor Hippos on WSIC. Local starts here.
Bang! And we're back here on The Scoreboard, halfway point on the show today. We are live here in Studio 844, Studio 4 844-788-3464. We do have a caller on hold. We'll get to that in just a second. Did want to go over a couple of things real quick to start this segment. Number one, I told you about this last week. CJ, did you set your calendar?
I think so.
For the Arrows for Armed Forces?
The Arrows, yes.
Yeah.
I did.
August 23rd. It's in Statesville at Cornerstone Christian Academy. It is an archery tournament for Saving Grace Canines, and all of the proceeds will support their mission of training service dogs for combat veterans with PTSD. Very good cause. Arrows for Armed Forces. It is going to be located at Cornerstone Christian Academy. That is in Statesville. If you want to learn more, the website, arrowsforarmedforces.betterworld.org. I'm going to do that one more time.
Yeah.
arrowsforarmedforces.betterworld.org /events. So that's going to be going on August 23rd, one day after my final show here at WSIC. As I announced earlier, I will be moving on from WSIC here in a couple of weeks. We have this week, we have next week, and we got the week after, and then my tenure here will end. I have accepted a job at a new position, and I'm moving away. I'm moving to Rochester, New York.
He's moving.
That's
close to Canada.
Oh
It's gonna
my
be
God.
cold.
It's basically Canada. You're going to see me in like 2 years and I'll just be, oh, hey, I got a lot of snow on my driveway.
I like the Canucks.
It's about 3.5 hours from Toronto. So,
so
I got to be a Leafs fan. I don't know if I want that pain. Okay. As a Ranger fan, I don't know if I want to couple
Dude,
that
you don't
with
want
Toronto.
You don't want the Leafs pain?
That just seems like a miserable hockey existence to be a fan of the Rangers and the Maple Leafs. Oh my!
You
no,
and
no,
Paul
no.
Bissonnette could be buddies.
No, thank
up
you. I
there.
think I'll pass on that one. I think I will pass on that one. But I wanted to ask you before we get to the phone call.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to talk about. Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I did.
You did.
I did.
How was it?
It was great.
I
It was
loved it.
hilarious.
I thought it was great. You
the
know,
whole Travis Kelce thing though. I was
oh,
like,
that was wonderful.
I was like, that's the perfect.
Eminem making all the
Yeah.
cameos.
Yeah.
All the cameos were really good.
Yeah.
But look, it literally was an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, it was
like you had to go
hilarious.
in knowing what to expect, you know.
Right.
And if you expected that, it was a great.
It's a great movie.
It's a very good, very well done to not try to be the first movie.
Yeah.
But also paying respect to the first movie as well. I thought it was very well done. They could have really made a mess with that. But man, the Scotty Scheffler cameo in that.
That was funny.
His one-liner when he's getting arrested of not again. That was just gold.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yeah,
gold.
that-
And then he's laying in the police studio. He's like, "What's for dinner tonight? Chicken nuggets." I think I'll stay one more night.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
That was such a good one. So if you haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2, go watch it. It's really worth it. It's an Adam Sandler movie. You know what to expect.
Exactly.
You know, it's not the next Godfather. It's an Adam Sandler movie. So you should know what to expect going in. All right. Well, let's go ahead and bring our caller on the air. We got a caller into the studio. Good morning. Thanks for calling into the Scoreboard. I hear you may have a story for me today.
Yes, Joe. I just going to wish you best in life. It's going to be better for you in the future. There's always things that happen in time of life, and I'm just happy I know you now, and I'm sure I'm going to see you becoming big time one day, and I'm going to miss you on this show, but I know I'm going to see you somewhere else.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to get to a couple of quick ones because I'm not going to give you a big list, but one thing that's bothering me is the Mets are having like a special day with the Beatles because they were there years ago in the 60s at Shea Stadium, and they're having some type of promotion, and the promotion is they're going to have a giveaway. But the giveaway is only for the first 15,000 fans. That's despicable. Everybody going to the game, if there's 40,000, whatever's there, give everybody the memento of the day. These owners guys, I mean, Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, he can afford to give everybody a gift I don't know if you read about it, but the NFL is taking ownership with ESPN, and they're going to have a new somewhat of a new format with the college. They're going to have a red zone with college through it. It's going to come into effect. And also, I want to just let you know that I disagree with you with what you said about Harper last week, because you said that, when he said something to the commissioner, you got to realize he's defending his players that he plays with every day and he lives with every day, and he's making as much money as anybody can make anyway, Harper. So he's really not criticizing the limit a ball player could make for himself, but he was just defending his players that he that he plays with every day, and I think that's human nature to do it. And now, can I tell you my story about the best day of my life?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Okay. Years ago, I would call 1-800-777-2907. It was a sports show here out of Chicago, but it was in the big East Coast, New York, New Jersey area. So I would call that station almost every single morning because I love to talk sports. So I would talk to John Renshaw and an Arnie Spanier. I called my brother Arnie because my brother Arnie had a brother named Arnie. So I told him, because they're in Chicago, I told him, I'm going to get you the best donuts you ever had in your life. I promise you, I'm going to. You're coming into New York at Mickey Mantle's for the All-Star game, and when you come in your station, I'm going to go into New York City. I'm going to get you the best donuts ever, and they're going to send them back to Chicago. So I get my son. He's about 18 years old at the time, and I take a ride into New York City, and I go to this donut pub on 14th Street and 7th Avenue, and I get 3 or 4 dozen donuts, and it's early in the morning, and I drive over to Mickey Mantle's. And when I go over to Mickey Mantle's, I'm walking in the door, and I got these donuts, and I see this big player, and I turn around and I go, excuse me, what's your name? So he goes, my name is Harvey Catchings. So Harvey Catchings was an NBA player in the early 50s or late 50s. His daughter was the best player in America at that time. Her name is Tamika Catchings. She played for Tennessee. She was like the number 1 player in college basketball. So I'm walking in, and I go in with the donuts, and Bruce Murray's on the radio. And as he's on the radio, my kid hits me in the elbow. And I say, don't be rude, don't be rude. My kid starts motioning with his head. Look who's there. So who do you think who's 15 feet away from me? Sure enough, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Ooh.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is sitting there. I walk over to I didn't want to bother him because he was talking to 2 other gentlemen. But I walk over to him, and by the way, my son had a Laker hat on, so I took the Laker hat and put it on my head. I walked over to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he looks at me, and I go, look, I don't want to bother you, but I got to tell you something, Kareem. I know your father. And he looks at me like, how could you know my father? Come on, your father played an instrument. He's a lieutenant in the police department, and he marches in all the parades, and I work for him. And he smiles, and he wants what's my name, blah, blah, blah. He was so happy that I talked.
That's awesome.
That I talked to him. So sure enough, I give the donuts to Bruce Murray, and Bruce Murray is the happiest guy in the world. And he keeps talking on the radio like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was the best donuts I ever had, blah, blah, blah. And I'm walking out, and and before I walk out, I see a writer from the New York Post sitting there. And the writer was Steve Serby. He's a great writer. Who do you think he's talking to? And I had to go over and say, excuse me, aren't you? He says, well, I'm interviewing Stephon Marbury. Marbury was sitting right next to him. So I said hello to them, and it was crazy. I'm walking out the door, and Richard Lewis, that guy from HBO, the famous comedian, he was walking out also. So I walk out. Here's the real reason I'm telling you the story. Now I say to my sons, I got a brain. I say, listen, we're going to go over to the Hotel Hilton on 57th Street. There's got to be some players there. By the way, it was the NBA All-Star game that day that they played in Madison Square Garden. So that's why the show was being broadcast to Mickey Mantle's. So I go into on the way to the 57th Street, and I'm crossing 6th Avenue, 57th Street. Here's the kicker to the whole story. I see this guy walking right across the street from me. You know, he's older, of course, at that time, but he was big. And I look at him and I go, oh, my God. My hero. You're my hero. And he's looking at me and he keeps walking. I go, Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor's walking right across the street from me, and I still got the Laker hat on. So he keeps walking. I said, Elgin, you're my hero. You're my childhood hero. So he keeps walking. He doesn't acknowledge me too much. And then I go like this. There goes Elgin down the lane, going like an aeroplane. There goes Elgin in the air, getting them in and getting a cheer. That's my Elgin, he's sincere. Elgin shoots from anywhere. Now Elgin is a man. He shoots from, and he can't believe I sung this song to him. I wrote that song when I was like 13 years old about Elgin Baylor. So anyway, he gives me his autograph, and now we get to the hotel, and we see a guy giving autographs. So he turns around. I said to my kid, get his autograph. So sure enough, it was Malik Sealy. And, these are all-stars, by the way. So he's giving an autograph, and I told him who my brother was. And when I told him, because my brother coached Mark Jackson, Ron Artest, I got the Rucker Trophy in my house. My brother had unbelievable guys that played for him. Marbury played for him also, Ray Alston. But anyway, he couldn't believe he was telling that this is Hershey's brother. This is Hershey's brother. That's what they call my brother. And now Chauncey Billups was there, and I'm walking out and I see Hot Rod Hudley. These are legends if you look them up, because old-time basketball players. And I'm walking back to the car now, and I still got the Laker hat. So I just walking to the car, minding my own business, and this gentleman's there with a woman and another big guy over there, and the gentleman, as I'm walking by, goes like this to the woman that he's with. Goes, look who we got here. We got a Laker fan here. We got a Laker, because I still had the Laker hat on. So I turn around and go, and I just got the autograph to the greatest Laker that ever played basketball. And he shakes his head and goes, no, 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 no. I go, what do you mean, no, 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 no? He goes, you know who this is right next to me? I go, no. No one's better than Elgin Baylor. I don't care who she is. And he turns around and goes, meet Kobe Bryant's mother. And that's Kobe Bryant's father. So I think I had a day that I'll never forget, because I don't want to tell you how old I am now, but that was an exciting day. And anybody who knows basketball that could keep up with some of the names I came up with, I think it was a special day. And I should have got some type of award for the music. They should have put it, a song for Elgin Baylor when he took the layups, Joe.
that would have been great if you had it playing through the stadium during warm-ups. Absolutely.
Well, that was some story, I hope.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much I appreciate it. That was a good one. A lot of big names in that story. So, hey, appreciate you calling in today, but I'm going to have to let you go now. We got a little bit left on the show. So hope you listen to the rest of it, but thanks for calling in today. All right.
And I know you have a lot to do, and I didn't want to take up all your time, but I don't know if we'll ever talk again. So I said, let me get this out to Joe, because you're the best, Joe. Thank you.
I appreciate you as always. Always love hearing from you.
Great. Take care, Joe.
You too. Thanks for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was some story, huh? I hope anybody who was with us during the commercial break on the stream, you definitely heard that whole thing there. Man, a lot of big names. I couldn't imagine walking down New York City and you just see some 6'10" behemoth of a person and you're like, wait a second. Hey, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My dad says you don't play defense. You've probably never seen Airplane, have you, CJ?
I don't think I have.
No, you would know if you've seen Airplane.
Yeah, I must not have been. I'll watch it for
You got to look up clips of that one. That's a good. I saw one the other day. It was, oh man, I forget what the dialogue was. It's so funny. It's just funny. It's just quick humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's flying the plane. Anyway, final segment here on the Scoreboard. 844-STUDIO-4 is the phone number if you want to be a part of the program. I wanted to talk a little NASCAR, if we could, at the end of the show here. Maybe some baseball as well. Speedway Classic. I mean, what more of an experience can you have going to a NASCAR track than having it get rained out? Like that is peak NASCAR right there.
Right.
If MLB fans probably don't know that it's just if you have a big event that's on a NASCAR track, it's probably going to rain.
Right.
Did you hear that Marcus Smith wants to put a roof over Bristol?
Oh, I did see that. I saw it on Twitter the other day.
What?
I was like, why would you do that? That defeats the whole
A
purpose.
roof over a racetrack? Like, what about the Goodyear blimp?
Yeah.
I want my blimp view. You can't fit the blimp in there.
Yeah. I don't know that I wouldn't do that if it was me, personally. That's all.
Did you watch any of the Speedway Classic?
I didn't.
You didn't.
Actually, I saw the first.
It was all right.
Trying to think. I saw the first inning or something.
They had the pace car drive around the track when there was a home run.
I saw that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that clip.
It was terrible PR by the MLB though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, but at night when they were supposed to play, they ran out of food.
Yeah.
They were serving bunless hot dogs.
I did see that.
And it was a 2-hour line for water.
I did see that. Uh-huh.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Now, I've been to Bristol a few times.
Yeah.
The concessions there.
Yeah.
I can see how baseball fans who are used to one thing would not realize that it's completely different.
Right.
Because you got to think there's multiple levels on a baseball field where, you know, you got the lower level and there's all the concessions there.
Right.
And then you got the mid-level, there's concessions there, top level. Bristol is more like it's all on one level, maybe some on the second level.
Right.
And you got to think it's only a half-mile track. It's not
a big track.
It's not big. There's not a lot. Right. So I can see how that happened.
Right.
But it just made it worse that not only did they run out of buns for the hot dogs, but they ran out of food for the people. They ran out of water almost. Like Terrible. It was just, and it got rained out.
Yeah.
Now they did get it in the next day, but the aura of the night game at Bristol Motor Speedway, it was all gone at that point.
Right.
Which that was unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate.
Yeah.
But speaking of NASCAR, we get to go road racing again.
We do.
That's enough of I don't even know what to think about this anymore. You know, I listen to Denny Hamlin and Dale Jr.'s podcast almost every week.
Yeah.
Man, Dale Jr. and Denny were defeated. They just sound defeated. Everybody is so sick and tired of this race car putting on bad racing. I'm tired of it.
Right.
Like, I see clips of the car of tomorrow, and the first iteration of the car of tomorrow, not the one where they finally got it down and it was a really good car. The first couple of years where they still had the spoiler on the back, the wing on the back of the car. That was good racing.
Right.
Much better than what we see now. And Kyle Busch famously said, it's still the worst car I've ever driven. And I would rather them go back to the car tomorrow than continue to race this next-gen race car.
Right.
It's just awful. And now we got to go to another road course, which we've had like 4 road courses in the past 8 weeks. It's been absolutely insane. NASCAR is not for road course racing. And we're probably going to watch Shane Van Gisbergen dominate again. You know, he's got another year under his belt in this car. He's won, 3 in a row at the road courses now this year? And I've been saying it all year. If SVG wins Watkins Glen and just survives the first round of the playoffs, he's going to round 3. he's going to win at the Roval.
Oh, yeah.
And it's win in advance.
Right.
Now, I want to get Patrick Reynolds to sit down with me one day on the scoreboard because he caused quite the stir on Twitter a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
I don't know if you follow Patrick on Twitter, but you should. Do you follow Patrick, CJ?
On Instagram?
On Twitter.
No.
On Twitter. He started I don't want to say a storm, but he definitely riled some people up with some of his comments. It was with Danielle Trotta on Twitter, and she responded to one of Patrick's tweets and started this whole Twitter discourse. So Patrick kind of incited a riot almost on Twitter.
Right.
And she was like, "No, we need the playoffs. We need eliminations. We need a system that rewards consistency."
Right.
Rewarding consistency. Last year's Cup winner had the worst average finish of all time for a Cup winner.
Yeah.
That's not consistency.
Yeah.
That's winning one race in 5 overtimes and getting lucky, and getting lucky and winning at Atlanta, getting lucky and winning a fuel mileage race, and then saving all your resources to have a good car at Phoenix and winning. That's not consistency.
No.
That's just playing and I can't be mad at him for that, but I just think it's funny that people think that this is a good system. I don't know how we got to the playoff system, but Watkins Glen, SVG is going to win. That's really all you need to know.
Yeah.
You got anything else for us today, CJ? We're coming to the end of the program today.
I don't think so.
You all good? Got it all off your chest?
Carolina still doesn't have a goaltender, so there's that.
Well, they're never going to get a new goaltender.
So,
we're done with that.
Just...
Let's go to this day in sports history.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Patrick mentioned there's one today that you would do on the scoreboard. I think it's something to do with Wrigley Field.
Wrigley?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I don't.
Oh.
We talked about it on
first night game.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so 1988. The Cubs and the Phillies attempt to play the first ever night game at Wrigley, but they were rained out in the 4th inning with the Cubs leading 3-1. They end up finishing that game in the day. That was 1988. Let's go to the most recent one on this day. The Summer Olympics officially closed in Tokyo in 2021. Remember, they had to push it back a year because of the coronavirus. And let's do the oldest one that I have on my list. 1870, CJ.
Jeez.
The New York Yacht Club's first defense of America's Cup. Magic defeats Cambria and 16 fellow defenders from New York Harbor to Sandy Hook light vessel on the Atlantic and return 38 miles. I don't know what that means.
Good to know.
I have no idea what that means. I just read it.
Is it a boat race?
I guess it's a boat race, the New York Yacht Club boat race, maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. It was 1870. Nobody was around. Have a good one, everyone. You've been listening to The Scoreboard. Panthers preseason tonight. Check it out against the Browns. We'll talk about it next week. Until then, have a great week, everyone.